I'm back today. I'll be I'll be going into a poet that if you haven't heard of any other poets before, like Maya Angelou, Marcus Garvey, Claude McKay, Ernest Henley, and some of our local poets, then then surely you would have heard of William Shakespeare. He was one of the editors of the King James Version of the Bible. He wrote a lot of popular books like Romeo and Juliet, The Merchant of Venice, Macbeth, As You Like It, King's Lear, Julius Caesar. His works are used a lot in the Caribbean examinations, literature. There's a whole section based upon Shakespearean literature that's a third of all the grade of the CSEC exam. So you have one Caribbean prose and you have one Shakespearean drama. So we will touch, not a drama today, but a poem called All the World's a Stage. That means all the world is a stage, which could mean that all of life is just theatrical, it's just a big drama. So let's go into the poem. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women are mere players, that they have their exits and entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. He acts being seven ages at first, the infant, mauling and armed, when the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail, unwilling to school, and then the lover sighs like furnace, would a woeful ballad, made to his mistress's eyebrow, then a soldier, in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth, and then the justice, in fair round belly with good copen linen, with eyes served and beers of formal cut, full of wide and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6-8 shifts into leading. Turn it off for me. You're interrupting my stream, Mom. Yes, you're interrupting me. Into the lean and slippered platoon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on sides. His youthful hose, we say, his shrunk sang, and his big manly voice, turning again towards childish treble pipes, and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history in second childish and mere oblivion. Scans teeth, scans eyes, scans taste, scans everything. And this is 7. And this is titled All the Words of Stage. And this basically goes into the development of man, basically. Yep. You know this poem, ma'am? Yeah, it's in the freezer. We call soft drinks like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Huh? Oh yeah, put them in the very like Akil left them down here, so yeah, put them in the fridge. Yeah, man. And the final one is a classic poem by William Stafford. Yeah, soon. No boxes there. No boxes there. It's not closed. It's not closed. It's not closed. Hold on. All right. William Stafford's Traveling Through the Dark. Traveling through the dark, I found a deer, dead on the edge of the Wilson River roads. It's usually the best to roll them into the canyon. That road is narrow. To swerve might make more dead. By glow of the taillight, I stumbled back of the car and stood by the heap, a doe, a recent killing. She had stiffened already, almost cold. I dragged her off. She was large in the belly. My fingers touching her side, she brought me the reason. Her side was warm, her fawn lay there waiting, alive still, never to be born. Beside that mountain road, I hesitated. The car aimed ahead, its lowered parking lights under the hood, heard the steady engine. I stood in the glare of the warm exhaust turning us all. My only servant. I pushed her over the edge into the river. And that is traveling to the dark. Traveling to the dark, driving on a lonely road in the night along Wilson's River. So it's like a tall mountain and river runs down the precipice to a canyon. So it's on both sides, the mountains on both sides, the river is in the valley, a narrow valley. If you door on the road, it was recent. How we know it was a recent killing because it wasn't yet cold. She was pregnant with a fawn. Her sides was warm, so she was just hit by a car. The fawn was alive, but the fawn wouldn't be born because the fawn wouldn't have fully developed into a fawn. It was between a fetus and a fully developed fawn. And she wouldn't have gotten the support from her mother, so she wouldn't be able to sustain her life. And it says the lowering of the light and the purr of the engine, that signifies the anger of the situation that the car, it's what do you call it now? It's not an alliteration. When you give life to inanimate object, mama, what that call? Mommy, mama, mother, Marjorie. Anyway, it's giving life to an inanimate object, not sure of the literary term, but the car is displaying some form of anger. So it's a metaphor showing that. And the wilderness is listening. So this needs more analysis, traveling through the dark, and that ends today's